Hey everyone, this is Jen coming to you with a short video on some tips and tricks for safety, comfort, and body alignment. And this will help you stay more comfortable through your practice and enjoy your Qigong practice a little bit more. So please watch along, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Want you to know first and foremost, and I always say this in my classes, please feel free, if you need to at any point during class, to sit down and continue practicing while seated. You can do this through the entirety of class or just through different portions. Most importantly, always listen to your energy, listen to your body, and do what it needs in that moment. If you ever feel like a particular movement doesn't resonate with you or you're just not feeling it that day, you can always skip that movement. You can return to your breath, maybe just sit or stand and breathe and meditate, or fall back on one of your favorite moves that you like while we're doing the other movement. And then we'll meet up again when we start up the next flow. For alignment, the feet will usually be about hips width or shoulder width apart, unless we say otherwise. The feet are usually pointing forward. If you need a little extra balance or support, you can always angle your feet out slightly, and this might help to make you feel grounded a little bit better. Moving up to the knees, for knee safety, we always want to align the knees with the feet. So if we are gliding our hips back and bending our knees to just get some extra energy from the earth, we're ever bouncing in a very slow motion, or if we ever go into a full squat, we always want to send the hips back rather than the knees forward. So I'll demonstrate sideways. So if we're ever going to glide the hips back or squat, we send the hips to the heels, that's what we say, hips to heels, rather than sticking your knees out. So we always want to have our knees lined up with the ankle at that perfect 90-degree angle. We don't ever want to extend it past the ankle line toward the toes. That's good knee safety. Okay, so for any foot or hip fatigue while we're standing, if you just want to alleviate that and remain standing, a really good option is to very subtly shift your weight into the heels a little bit. So if you take your feet, connect them firmly to the earth, feel all toes touching, heels touching, balls of the feet touching. And then just gently shift your weight very subtly back into your heels. It takes a lot of pressure off the front of the leg, takes pressure off the knees, and it just gives you another option to shift your weight. The other option is to sway a little bit. So you can, again, very subtly shift your weight from your toes or the balls of the feet, really, and the heels. Go ahead and try that with me if you like. Not so much leaning so that you fall over, but gently swaying. And get used to that feeling, almost like maybe you're standing in the sea or the ocean in some shallow water and you feel that tide or that current swaying you a little bit back and a little bit forward. It's very subtle, but it also helps to keep a little movement in the legs, keep all of the muscles engaged, and to help fight fatigue. Right. Another very important note that I wanted to make was whenever we turn side to side, such as cloudy hands, we always rotate through the hips and the center. So if you notice, to make a nice firm stance here, the legs stay still while the waist and the center turn. So we're just turning, rotating through the sides. There might be slight movement in the thighs, but for the most part, you notice the knees are going to stay straight and the feet stay straight. So we just turn using the core. And the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. So for shoulder safety, we do a lot of upper body work in Qigong, as you know, and we do move our arms above the head a lot. And maybe the shoulders will get a bit sore, a bit tired until those muscles are worked up. So for safety and comfort of the shoulders, the best thing to do is whenever we raise the arms to what we call shoulder height, is to raise them up so that they are aligned with the shoulders, keeping the elbows nice and soft, and then just drop them a few inches. If you notice, that takes a lot of the tension off the shoulders, helps them relax, helps them to fall down away from the ears so that they're not scrunched up. So we do that, takes the weight off, yet our arms are still up, they're still floating, and a lot of that tension is taken out of this area here where we're already holding enough of it from stress. So the neck and the head, I'd like you to make sure we keep in alignment with the spine. So if you can imagine your spine extending all the way up to the neck, like almost like a steel rod, so that if we ever go forward when we say flat back, we're going to fold forward at the hips and not let the head drop and not keep it pointed up like that so that the neck is extended or pointing down to the earth. We always try to keep the neck in alignment with the spine. When we stand, we imagine the head connected on an invisible string with a star in the sky. Let it float up, let it be light, let it extend upward. And that reduces the compression on the spine as well. When we hold our neck up, hold the head up, let it float up there in the sky. It's better for our posture all around. Also, in general, any movement that doesn't quite feel comfortable or maybe is with extending past your range of motion or your comfort zone, you can always modify it as you need to because we always want you to be safe and comfortable. For example, if we are pulling down the sky, we float our hands all the way up above the head and we float them down. If that extension is too much for you, if it's too big, just bring your hands to the forehead and down, or do what you can. If we're ever making these grand gestures, waving the arms far away from the body and it's too tiring for you, make the movements a little smaller, a little closer to the body. And that's pretty much it. My final rules, if you can just remember them, are stay comfy, stay safe, keep breathing, and have fun. Hope to see you soon in class. And like I said, if you have any questions, just reach out. Thanks.